Hi, this is Randy Knutson, and I'm here at Caswell Field for the Pack the Stands game between East and West. And I'm here interviewing West coach, girls coach, Chrissy Makala. Chrissy, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Randy.
Now, this game is always a fierce battle between two tough teams, and there's a lot of emotion that comes with that.
Yes.
How do you prepare your team for that emotional part, for the drama that goes on every year?
Right, first you want to recognize it. You can't just, discard the fact that it's an emotional game. You recognize the fact that it is an emotional game, but at the same time, I think we try to just stay in routine all week. We try to do the same things we always do every week to prepare for an opponent, and I think the more normal you can keep your week, then the less different it feels than any other game, and I think that just helps keep everybody nice and calm.
As a coach, do you worry about your players coming out a little too hot, a little too fired up?
That's always a concern. Certainly the East game is one of those. There are other games they do that too. We'll have to see how the girls are doing here in a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Now let's talk about the last few games this week. I know you had a tough game with Waconia and some other tough games. How has your last week been for your team?
Yeah, so actually Tuesday night was the last of a 5-game streak in 8 days. The Waconia game was on Monday night, and then we played Albert Lee on Tuesday night. That Waconia game on Monday night was a real battle. They scored early, and then we spent the rest of the game trying to win it back, and we were able to equalize late in the second half. Those 10 extra minutes of overtime, and we didn't, we were hoping to get another one, but it didn't happen. It's a very physical game. Waconia plays a very strong physical game, so that certainly took a toll on our bodies because that, fourth game in 7 days at that point. But we really did a nice job. We bounced back well on Tuesday. I wasn't sure how we'd do, but really we did a nice job on Tuesday as well. So we've had a good week.
Well, congratulations for your week, and that was a good tie. I don't think people realize how tough and physical soccer really is. My last question for you, someday when you retire, and I know you're not near retirement, Chrissy, someday when you retire, what are you going to miss the most?
There's so many things about the girls and the funny things that happen, whether it's the singing on the bus rides home, where they have sing-offs in the back of the bus, to just the silly fun things that happen at practice at random, to just, I don't know, it's just, they bring so much positive energy all the time that it really doesn't matter how bad a day you're having. They manage to put back into your life some really positive energy, and so that'll be the part that I miss the most.
All right, well, thank you, Chrissy Makala, and good luck today in the East-West game.
Thank you. Thanks, Randy.
Hi, this is Randy Knutson coming to you from Caswell Field for the Pack the Stands game, East versus West, and I'm here with the West girls captains, and I have a few questions for them. And the first question is for you, Rachel Ludke. What position do you play in the field? Why do you like that? And is there another position you'd rather play sometime just for fun?
I play center attacking mid, and I like that position because I'm just in the center of the field, so I feel like I can just run all over the field. And I feel like I have pretty good endurance, so it's like you can make it up and down the field pretty fast. And if I were to play another position, I'd probably try forward just because you get to shoot a lot.
You wouldn't try defender so you could rest?
No, I wouldn't.
I was just kidding, defender. Sorry about that. All right, next we've got Kate Nelson. And Kate, I'm going to ask you, what's the best advice a coach has ever given to you?
The best advice Mac has ever given to me is to be able to leave all of the stress and homework from school or whatever has gone on during the day out of soccer practice or a game and just really be able to focus in, and it makes it easier to just play.
Okay, good answer. And Mac is Chrissy Makala, right? Your coach. All right. The next question I have is for Ashley Gustafson, and I want to know who your favorite soccer player is, professional, friend, or otherwise. Who is that?
I would probably say my sister, my older sister Kristen, because I've always looked up to her, and when I was a little kid, I always wanted to just watch her play, and it was so great.
Does she have any moves that you don't have that you'd like to have?
She doesn't play anymore, but she just liked to knock people down, which I thought was cool.
Nice. All right, then my last question here is for Allie Rutz. And Allie, I want to know, when you played soccer as a child, did you ever imagine you'd be on this field for Pack the Stands as a captain playing against East?
Well, I've always looked up to the older girls when we were younger, and it was so much fun to be able to watch them and hope to be like them one day and we used to play with East girls, so now being able to play against them is a lot of fun to see what they're going to be able to do on the field.
Yeah, I don't think people realize you East and the West girls, you play in the summer together quite often, isn't that right?
Yes.
So now you come out here and you get to play against them. Is there banter when you're out there with people you know?
Yeah, a lot of times it's a lot of fun, but also it gets a little chippy because people always want to be the better team.
All right, well, good luck, girls, today. Good luck, West captains. Have a great game.
Thank you.
Hello, soccer fans. This is Michiel Super Soccer Ball Knutson at Caswell North Fields for the annual Pack the Stands soccer event. And I am here with Lizzie Vetter. She is a two-time coach with Mankato East and also a past player. Lizzie, welcome today. My first question for Lizzie is really truly related to the excitement of this event. Certainly a lot of emotions go into this game. How do you prepare your team for such an event?
You know, we talked a lot about in the past, like playing like it's any other game, but really it's not any other game. There's a different environment about it. So we prepare like it's any other game, but we don't play that way per se.
Is there any conversations that you have with your players on controlling emotions with this when some of them are playing with their best friends?
Yeah, we talk a lot about that with our sports psychologists that come to practice, having that mental toughness and be able to block the fact that you might hang out with them off the field, but today we're here for strictly business.
Excellent. As we look at this game, we've had to prepare during a very stormy week, and I would guess in preparation for this game, did you have any issues with practice time?
Yeah, at East actually we're in a really tough spot right now. All our fields are flooded, and if we get any more rain, they're just not going to come back for it. So on Thursday we got our game canceled and we went up to Ignition Sports, so thank you for hosting us up there. The girls were able to get touches on the ball, play on some turf, but other than that, I mean, practicing is what you can do and where you can practice has been pretty limited for us. So that's definitely hindered us this past week, but we're hoping to overcome it.
That's fantastic. That's nice that they were able to host you for that. The other question that I have with you is really related to being a player and being a coach. And as a player, you had certain memories of the game. Is there something that you really miss now that you're coaching and not playing?
I think the biggest thing that I miss is, you know, being involved in the game, playing with my sister, Marta Anderson, Mandy, Hannah, all those girls that I grew up playing with. I think that was maybe my sophomore year that we won Pack the Stands over at Dakota Meadows, but those are the memories that you just carry with you as a coach that make you that much more committed to it.
Are there any memories that you think that you'll miss from a coaching perspective in these types of events?
You know, being happy for the girls is a different sense of accomplishment than winning the game as a player, and I think as a coach, leaving the stage years down the road, that's what I'll miss the most, is the memories that you make with the girls and the connections that you build with them.
I don't want to give away any trade secrets, but what is going to be your focus on that game? Do you have any particular strategies that you have without giving it away?
Buckling down on defense, we changed our formation, so hoping to kind of counter that way.
Great. Well, Lizzie, good luck with you today, and thank you, sports fans, for tuning in to KTV. Hello and welcome to the Caswell North Pack the Stands. I am here with the Mankato East captains. We have Natalie Schizzle, Danica Stenzel, and Brandy Drum. Welcome, ladies. My first question is going to be for Natalie. And Natalie, how long have you played soccer?
I've played since I was really young, Mankato United, 7, 8.
And when you first started out at 7 years old playing for Mankato United, did you ever think that you'd be here, a leader at Pack the Stands, really cheering on and leading your team?
No, I've always looked up to all the girls on the team, and I definitely I'm super excited about the game. I don't know, it's a cool experience, and when I was younger I used to think these girls were like professional soccer players. Right. So.
And here you are, you're one of them today. Danica, who is your favorite professional soccer player?
Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi! Hey, what happened to Cristiano Ronaldo, man?
I just like Lionel Messi's hard work, like his work ethic is so amazing. His technique on the ball and off the ball is also great. He also puts his teammates first, passing to them even when he could have the chance to score as well.
I will say that Lionel Messi is pretty stellar. I still think that Cristiano Ronaldo, my boyfriend, takes number one. All right, Brandy, what position do you play on the field?
I play defense, either center back or outside back.
Have you always played defense?
Pretty much. I mean, I played goalie a little bit when I was really young, but mostly defense.
Great. So my question for you is, if you could play any other position on the field, if you were not allowed to play defense, what would it be?
Maybe forward. I mean, I'd be trying to be pretty cool to maybe score. So, yeah.
Sometimes those forwards get all the glory, and that's just not fair. But playing that center back and those outside back positions is very critical. I'm kind of a defensive-minded coach, so love to see that. Any other things you'd like to say before we check off today?
I'm really excited to see how this game goes. I think we can do really good as a team.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for the interview, and thank you for tuning in to KTV.
Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fist. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some super.
Our teams are being escorted today by players from the Mankato United Rec teams, many of whom will hope to play in the same event or contest in the years to come, keeping with the tradition of the great Mankato soccer get-together.
So just to let you know, what we're seeing on the field right now is the walkout. They do this in several professional games, so it's really nice to see for this event. The kids are all Mankato United volunteers, and we will get ready soon for our national anthem.
Starters for East Cougars. Number 0, Isabel Schott. Number 2, Hannah Royce. Number 3, Christina Volk. Number 6, Davia Guyon. Number 7, Taylor Freeberg. Number 8, Ashlyn Herring. Number 9, Lacey Johnson. Number 10, Veda Ayers. Number 14, Captain Brandy Drum. Number 15, Haley Schlager. Number 20, Mackenzie Keller. Now the non-starters for the West Scarlets. Number 2, Maddie Mueller. Number 3, Kylie Peters. Number 4, Aaron Peters. Number 7, Elise Rickus. Number 9, Kennedy Jones Raikime. Number 11, Emma Dole. Number 15, Katie Roberts. Number 19, Haley Kapishki. Number 20, Monera McMahon. And now, the visiting team, the East Cougars, starting at goal, number 0, Emily Eckert. Number 1, Ellie Supernaut. Number 4, Chloe Miller. Number 5, Olivia Starkey. Number 11, Megan Garrett. Number 12, Taylor Soma. Number 13, Sydney Prebilla. Number 16, Captain Natalie Shizzle. Number 17, Julia Fisher. Number 19, Ella Hiddle. Number 23, Captain Danica Stenzel. Head Coach Lizzie Vetter. Activities Director Todd Waterbury. And now the Scarlet starting lineup at goal. Number 1, Claire Hemstock. Number 5, Brooke Swenson. Number 6, Captain Rachel Lutke. Number 8, Captain Kate Nelson. Number 10, Chloe Hay-Bison. Number 12, Hope Walls. Number 13, Kristen Rasmussen. Number 14, Captain Allie Rutz. Number 16, Lexi Peterson. Number 17, Malia Newman. Finally, number 18, Captain Ashley Gustafson. Head coach, Chrissy Makala. Activities Director, Brian Phil. Mankato Public Schools expects all fans to show good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship is built on respect for all the referees, athletes, coaches, fans of the national anthem. Your cooperation is anticipated and appreciated. Whatever school you cheer for, please be a good sport. Thank you.
Okay, sports fans, again, thank you for attending the KTV Access Television run out of the Bethany College here in Mankato, Minnesota. We are having a fabulous community day today. It is the Pack the Stands, and our Pack the Stands game, the first game in the varsity level for the boys, the score was 0-0 in an overtime tie. Now we are starting the girls varsity game. I do believe I got a score in from the boys JV that Mankato East won that game 2-0, and I'm sorry I don't have any of the other scores from any of the 9A games. So as we get started here, the teams are going to take the field, and we're excited for this second varsity game for the girls. So very nice. You can see that there were some great interviews earlier today with the team captains. The team captains for Mankato West are Rachel Lutke, Kate Nelson, Allie Rutz, and Ashley Gustafson. They've all played many, many years of soccer through Mankato United and played alongside many of the East players. The captains for Mankato East are Brandy Drum, Natalie Shizzle, and Danica Stenzel. Again, also playing together during the regular summer season. So this is a game that they all said when it comes time for the ball to take the hit, they will definitely no longer be, I guess, players on the same team, and now they'll be playing on their high school respective rivalries. So welcome, and I'm just getting my partner in crime up to date, Randy Knutson. He's going to be joining me shortly. He had to take care of some of the sound system stuff, but here we go. All right, we have Kristen Rasmussen just made a nice cross up to the upper front into the Mankato East back third. There's going to be some nice passing going on, and I know I heard from Lizzie Vetter, the coach, she's going to play a pretty tight defense. She knows that this Mankato West team has scored a lot of goals this season, and I believe that they were up to 62 the last that I checked. So they're a very offensive team, and I wanted to review their record. I reviewed the West record earlier, and I believe that the Mankato West record is 8-1-1 with a total of 65 goals. Welcome, Randy.
Glad to be here. It's a great day for soccer. As West just kicked the ball across the goal from a throw-in and went completely across the goal. We do have some wind here. It was windy in the boys' game, and it's windy here today too. In the first half here, East is going to have the wind, and I think there's an advantage to the wind, particularly when the goalies are punting the ball out. They get it about twice as far, so And here we have a corner kick for West coming.
Yeah, Lexi Peterson made a nice cross across the field, and the outside forward was unable to really get her foot on it. So the next play here is a corner kick, and it's Rachel Lucky with the corner.
West looks to line up here with 3 defenders still back, so they're not putting it all in here on the corner. Rachel Lutke with the ball to the middle. Almost an attempted bicycle there. I didn't see who that was.
I think it was Kristen Rasmussen, I believe, that looked like she was ready to do a bicycle, but maybe she said, I don't know if I want to do that, in the first couple minutes. Maybe I'll save that for later.
Chloe Haybison trying to defend there. The ball went out of bounds. East is bringing it up, and Megan Garrett's, looks like Megan Garrett's kicked it out, and it's now West throw-in. West with a throw-in, and they lose it, and it goes back to East.
I think Danica has a big throw, if I recall, so let's see if she can put it to work here.
And 2 players go down, and the call goes to East. There'll be a kick from there, no penalty, just a call and a free kick. And it looks like Danica's going to take it. Is that right?
Yep. Danica Stenzel will take majority of their free kicks today. She does have quite a leg on her, so we'll see if East can capitalize on this. They do have the win, like you were mentioning earlier, Randy.
And East has got 4 defenders back right now, playing it very conservative for the moment. Ella Huddle tries to get it to the middle, can't. And West comes out with the ball. It's Kristen Rasmussen bringing up the field, and she's looking for Lexi Peterson, and it looks like she's got her.
Yeah,
Lexi bringing it in.
Yeah, Lexi Peterson tried to cross the ball, but it looked like the Mankato East defender, Sydney Probilla, really just got in front of that and stopped it from getting the cross. Unfortunately for East, it does go out of bounds on the goal line, and it will be another corner taken by Rachel Lucky.
Corner kick, Scarlets. Rachel Lucky.
So I can't see from here, but yeah, we're looking right into the sun. Who is the goalkeeper today again?
Yeah, the goalkeeper for East is Emily Eckert, and she's a junior at East. So she's not looking into the sun, so there's certainly advantage to her, and hopefully she'll be able to defend this. Rachel gets the ball. She's swinging it up front. She's inside the box, uses her left, and it was saved by the East defender.
West continues to bring it back in. They get another chance. And the ball is bouncing around in the middle of the field. East finally clears it.
And we have Malia Newman giving the ball to the outside, and
I don't think anyone was there, though.
No.
Ali Rutz with the ball. She's going to pass it back to a defender. Goes back to
there's
Brooke
some
Swenson.
speed there. Look at number 11, Megan Garrett's, a sophomore. She had quite the speed coming in on that.
She almost had a runaway there. The defenders weren't paying attention. She almost ran away with it. She kicks it over now to, looks like Ella Huddle. She's chasing the West defender into the corner.
Randy, Ella Huddle is an 8th grader, and she has the second highest number of goals for Mankato East with 5, as well as 5 assists. So they have a nice little star in her coming up as an 8th grader.
Yeah, no wonder she's up there as forward. She's got the ability to put the ball in the net.
I'm looking at the individual team rosters, and I will say that Mankato East is a very young team. They have 4 8th graders, or backup goalies, an 8th grader as well. 4 8th graders on their team. And if I look at Mankato West, majority of their players are seniors or juniors, a couple sophomores. So it'll be kind of fun to see how these young players deal with this kind of adversity playing their crosstown rival.
Yeah, Natalie Shizzle just had the ball there. She is a senior and a captain, and someone they look to score. I would say that from my experience, they're trying to get the ball to Natalie a lot of times up there, and she will stay up here and hope to get a shot off, but she was stopped there.
Yeah, she's their leading scorer, Randy. She has 8 goals so far this season, and she says that she's looking for a couple today.
And for the Cougars, number 20, Mackenzie Keller.
I'm kind of expecting more of a counter from the East team, through ball, and try to get a score on a breakaway. Whereas in my experience watching the West team, they kind of bring the ball up slowly. They try to get everybody in the box, and they try to cross the ball. So it's kind of a difference in styles I would expect today.
Yeah, and in talking with both of the coaches, I know that Chrissy said that really they're going to be calm, cool, collected, and really use all of their players. That's one of the I guess I'd call it the advantage that they have, is they have a pretty deep bench, and they have 11 pretty solid players on the field. Lizzie says, the coach for Mankato East, that they're going to stay back just a little bit and kind of get an idea of what the play is going to be, and maybe hope for a couple through balls or some advantage on a counterattack.
I think that's right. And West takes a shot across the middle. Beautiful. Nobody home in the middle there, but if there had been, it might have been a goal. That is a goal kick for the Cougars.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you were talking about earlier, Randy. Kristen Rasmussen is waiting for that ball to come across. Unfortunately, it wasn't exactly where she wanted it to be, but a nice game plan for them today.
She really struck that ball. It was going so fast, I don't think anyone could get to it.
There's Kate Nelson kind of battling in the middle with Julia Fisher. And Kate has played soccer since I think she said when she was 4. So fun to see these two teams battle each other today.
I think that was Ashley Gustafson, captain, on the far side battling, and now East brings the ball up. They're in the middle.
Natalie Schizzle makes the pass out to Megan Garretts.
Megan Garrett's looking for that runaway with Megan Garrett's in the corner. And I'm seeing 6 West defenders back, and only 2 East offensive players up there. That's going to be difficult to score. East playing conservatively here.
All right, here's a counterattack by Mankato West. Lexi Peterson puts it on the outside. The ball goes down to the right-hand side of the field along the sideline there, where all the student section is. They're quite a battle.
Kristen Rasmussen has it down in the corner.
They're kind of in the opposite side of the field from where we're at, so it's a little difficult to see exactly what's going on in that far corner. But we do hear a little cheering, and it looks to me that the Mankato West had a call against them, and again, Danica is going to give a big kick. We are 10 minutes into the game, still tied at 0-0. Mankato East and West, girls playing at Pack the Stands. A throw in by Mankato East coming down the sideline, and they cross it inside to Kenzie Keller.
Well defended by West.
Yeah, another 8th grader there, Randy.
Malia Newman just stopped that ball, and now West brings it up slowly here, passing back and forth on the defenders, trying to get an opening. And now they're changing fields to our side. We have Rachel Lutke bringing it in. She takes a shot in.
She has Lexi Peterson waiting there.
And well defended by East.
Oh.
Tries to bring the ball out. A shot. And that.
Oh, nice. Awesome save by Emily Eckert. That was fantastic. Great goaltending there, Randy. And beautiful shots. Those are great shots. They weren't right at the keeper. The keeper had to make a nice dive. So good defense by the goaltender.
That was a great shot. The goalkeeper stopped it. It bounced off. It went to Kristen Rasmussen. And she took another shot. And that just missed off the goalie's hands. So the goalie got from one end of the goal to the other to make that save, and it was 2 great shots. Now it looks like West has got the corner.
Rachel's really been putting these kicks right in the 6-yard box to the far side of the post. So she has quite the corner kick. That too, right over the goalie's head. Somebody could finish that off, but it's up and over.
Yeah, that fell right in the gap there. There was no West player there. Just maybe 5 yards too far, 5 yards too short, so there was no play.
Looks like freshman Davia Guyon is coming into the game. It's nice to see her entering into the midfield, so we'll see if we get some play out of Davia.
Yep, Davia's a freshman, played a lot of summer soccer, and Kobe Guyon's sister.
Nice back pass by Rachel Luckney to her defender in Allie Rutz, who puts it out to the outside. And I love how they're working it to the outside, and then once they get down to the corners, crossing it. So we'll see what Mankato East or West can do there.
Stolen by Kenzie Keller, an 8th grader here, and the East tries to bring it up but loses it. West still passing back and forth among defenders, and they lose the ball out of bounds. East throw in. And it's a long throw in down to their forward. Looks like Natalie Shizzle down there in the corner, who's fighting for the ball. And the West defender has won that battle. And from this side of the field, it's hard to see that number. Maybe that was Brooke Swenson.
You know, I'm not surprised that it's a physical game necessarily, but I am a little surprised that the referee is, he's letting it play, which is great. Not a lot of, touching and immediate calls. It's nice to see that the players are using their body. For those of you novice soccer listeners, you can use your shoulder, you can lean in, you can't put your arm out, and using your body is a huge advantage if you do it correctly in the game of soccer.
27 minutes left here, still 0-0. And we're having quite a battle in the middle of the field, back and forth. Really, both sides winning the ball at the middle on the sidelines and getting the throw-ins. For the Cougars, Sydney Probilla bringing the ball up as a defender. She's going through the middle, and she gets the ball off to Stenzel.
Danica's kind of bringing it up. She's looking for the outside. She makes that pass over to her left forward. She tried to get a little something off, not much for the goalie, and certainly Claire Hemstock is able to pick that one up fairly easily.
Davia Guyon got the shot off there. Not much on it, though, and the goalie picks it up easily.
Yeah, great defense by the Mankato West defender, not letting Davia get that shot. A nice clear shot off. All right, we think we might be having a few microphone issues. And I'd appreciate, thanks Rich Lund for making sure that we we can be heard. I'm sure there's so many important things that we're saying that we'd hate anybody to miss them. So anyway, thank you for that. Please give us feedback because we're trying to do a little bit of some mic reconstruction right now. So give us a sec. Yeah, you'll have to give us just a little a time here. We're trying to get another mic up and working. Maybe not sure if we got the accurate power or where we're at.
I've been told by a text message that my mic's not working at all. So if you're not hearing me now, obviously that's why.
All right, so we have a Mankato West throw-in right. Malia Newman, the defender, is giving the throw-in. A battle along the sideline, and I believe it goes to Mankato East. They're going to try to take it quickly, throwing the ball into Julia Fisher.
Julia Fisher bringing it in against the West defender there.
Kate Nelson.
And Kate Nelson wins that battle. It's a West throw-in. Going to be taken by Ashley Gustafson. If my mic was off earlier, I apologize. They just changed my mics. Hopefully it's on now. Katie Roberts bringing the ball up for West, and she takes a big boot, hoping for someone to pick that up, and the East goalie was right there to kick it out.
Yeah, I liked how she came out of net there. She knew that she could get the one-on-one battle there, and if you're going to go hard and you're going to go after it, you might as well go 100%. So nice job there. We have a Mankato West throw right on our side.
And East boots one in, trying to get to Natalie Shizzle, and Natalie Shizzle has the ball going to the corner, and that will be an East throw down by the corner. A good throw here might mean a shot for East. Looks like Natalie Shizzle is going to take the throw in. She's got Kenzie Keller coming out of the game, who was in there. And she's got Julia Fisher down there and Davia Guyon down on offense. And now here comes Megan Garretts. And it's a big throw in. Hit there by, I think, Kate Nelson, and it went out of bounds.
Yep, it's going to be a East corner kick, and Danica Stenzel is going to take East's first corner kick of the game. Again, the wind is blowing towards the west goal, so this will be an interesting kick if she can put a little spin on it. You never know, Randy.
Yeah, it's hard from this corner. We've seen several kicks in the boys' game just go out of bounds because the wind blew it out. Wow, that was a great corner. And Natalie Shizzle tried to one-time it and just shanked it. But that was a dangerous play for West, and East almost scored there. East throw-in. And there's a battle on the sidelines here as West tries to bring it back.
And working down the sideline, number 20, Kennedy Jones, is trying to hold off the East defender. The result is a throw-in for West. Rachel Lucky gives the throw back to her defender. The working ball back to Kate Nelson. She's going to look for Allie Rutz, who steps into the gap.
Good passing here by West, and they just lost the ball, though. It was good passing. They just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, Elise Rikas made a nice run. It just kind of was in the middle of traffic and hard to get a foot on it.
West, we're in the middle of the field here. It's kind of going back and forth. And West ball, now East ball, then West ball. Now it's East again. Really playing just back and forth here.
A little ping pong action in the middle third of the field. As you know from soccer, if you can control the ball in that middle field and really hold possession and work it across that, certainly advantage. And today it's just a lot of battling back and forth within that middle third.
Natalie Shizzle trying to come in, but the defender is able to get the ball and kick it out, boot it out of the zone, and now West is down in the corner, and that looks like Emma Dole, who crosses it. A beautiful cross, just missed by the West offensive player. Could have been a goal easily.
Well, here comes Natalie on a foot race, certainly with Allie Rutz. And Allie Rutz, a very strong defender. Oh, there's a little battling going on between those two ladies. And the result is an East throw-in. Substitutions are coming in for Mankato East.
It started to really warm up here. Looks like there's 20 minutes left in the half, and it's getting hot. And we saw it in the boys' game. 5 or 6 players cramp up. So you know these players are going all out in this Pack the Stands game. And when they get toward the end of the game here, you're going to be some cramping, I think.
There's a ball that went right through the goal mouth in there, and unfortunately there was not an East player to tackle that one. That was a nice cross in by Natalie Shizzle. There's a counterattack going on right now. Number 11, Emma Dole, passes across and in front to Kennedy Jones. There's a battle down in the box. No call, and the Mankato East defender clears it. Davia Guyon is playing, a strong defense on that outside, trying to prevent the cross, but the cross comes in.
There's a battle out in front of the East goal. West has got the ball, looking for a shot, and it's cleared by East. Malia Newman passes over to Kate Nelson, kicks it into the corner. And who is that down the corner? That's the farthest place from me. Is that Kennedy Jones? Oh.
Number 20, Kennedy Jones is on the right. She's probably playing a right outside mid, or maybe a winger or attacking. Really impressive with Allie Rutz, the center back for Mankato West. When she gets that ball, she is very calm, cool, collected. She doesn't boot it. She really wants to make sure that she passes it out, and there is a huge advantage when you have a center back that's very calm with their passing.
Yeah, the West defenders are very calm. They're organized. You don't see them panic, and they do a good job passing the ball out once they get the ball, which is rare. West bringing the ball up here to the middle, and East looks like Chloe Miller kicks it back out. Megan Garretts with the ball down to Ashley Herring.
Yeah, Ashlyn Herring Randy and Ashlyn Herring is a freshman, and she's a midfielder, and she almost got that ball, but again, strong defense from Mankato West. It's going to be an East throw-in.
We're at 18 minutes and 26 seconds left. And, you know, we saw the last West possession was interesting. They tend to get everybody on one side of the net and cross it to someone streaking in on the backside. And I've seen that for the last 2 years with West. It's a great idea. It works well. And they're so disciplined at running that offensive play. They get the ball across the face of the goal to the other side to someone coming in, and it's hard for the goalie to defend both sides.
You know, both defenses are playing really nice. I mean, Chloe Miller did a nice job of not stabbing and really holding the forward outside so she couldn't pass it into the middle or make that cross. The East defense is also being very patient, Randy.
Yeah, they were. Was that Kate Roberts who just booted that ball? She just blasted the ball, went over. She took a big shot there, and a goal kick East, but I think that was Kate Roberts. All right, West still trying to get the ball into the net here at the top of the box, and East has cleared it again. West has had some chances in there, but nothing connected. They keep bringing it in, and they're close, but it hasn't really happened for them yet. Down into the corner, looks like it's Elise Rickus, and I can't see what happened. Sideline judge is in my way, as often happens.
Yeah, they crossed the ball in, and again, Mankato East defense pushes it out on top. They're battling along the sideline there, Randy, and just to give our audience at home, there's 16 and a half minutes left in the game, and the score is still tied at 0-0.
We're battling down here, and is that a corner kick?
It's
I can't
a corner
tell.
kick.
That'll be a corner kick for West.
We'll see what Rachel Lucky does with this ball. One of the last corner kicks, they try to play the short ball, and we'll see if they try to let it go.
I'm seeing the West defenders creeping up here. Now there's only 2 back on this corner, where I saw 3 before. So they've got just 2 defenders, and now East has got all 11 back in.
Yeah,
parking the bus.
Rachel Lucky is actually out, so there's a different player who's taking those corner kicks right now. And unfortunately, where we're located, we cannot identify that. The kick is up, and it goes out of bounds. Goal kick, Mankato East.
Yeah, Emily Eckhart hasn't. She's made a couple big saves here, but since then has not had to do too much, as the East defenders have come up with balls out of the zone again and again.
They're just going to replay that due to substitution. The player hadn't been off the field all the way before that kick's taken, so it'll be a re-kick with Mankato East taking a goal kick.
Now, I think this is a pretty clean game. I have not seen any pushing or shoving or grabbing. Always the players tell me that's going on, but I don't see any of it, and the referee has not had to make many calls. It's very clean so far.
Yeah, so there is Katie Roberts doing some battle. She has a left foot, and she crosses it now with her right, and it goes right over the net. Her head's down, but certainly not some bad playing, trying to manipulate and get that either cross or shot off. So she's working pretty hard on that sideline, Randy.
Yeah, the West is doing well when they get it down in the zone. They're very comfortable on the offensive end. You can tell they're relaxed, and they're ready to cross the ball. And it's interesting, they really don't take a lot of shots from outside. They try to get it to another player, which is really that's wonderful. I love it.
Yeah, Danica Stenzel came back in the game, replacing Davia Guyon. So we'll see with Danica's big leg if she can get it up to her forwards, who are kind of waiting up there for a pass. Natalie Shizzle is kind of working back between the Mankato West 2 defenders, and now Mankato West is bringing it on attack.
Emma Dole took a swing at it and couldn't get a hold of it, and goes right to the East goalkeeper, who will kick a big punt out. You would think with this wind it'll go pretty far, and it does.
Looking at the team statistics, Emma Dole has 3 assists so far this year, over 7+ shots on goal. She hasn't scored yet, so with some of the chances that she's had, maybe she will be fortunate if you're a West fan, and maybe she won't be if you're an East fan.
Michelle, what are they playing? Is West playing 3 back? Are they playing 3 defenders with someone in front of them?
It looks to me they're playing a 5-3-2, and with 5 meaning they have 2 deep and 3 kind of attacking midfielders across the way, because they always have the 2 back, and like with Kate Nelson staying in the center position, almost like a stopper, but there are 3 definite. You might call them.
Here's a through ball to West. Katie Roberts is coming in. She's got an opening. She's got a wide open shot here, and it deflects off an East player. And Katie Nelson goes down, and they're going to stop play. She had a wide open net there, kicked it, and it just, unfortunately for her, deflected off an East player. And
I'm wondering if when she kicked the ball, that the East defender got their foot right in front of it, and I'm hoping that is not any kind of serious ankle injury. She's limping a little bit.
And we have the coach coming on the field, which means she'll have to come out. So she'll have to come out, and it looks like they're going to give the girls a water break here. It looks like there's a stop in the action, maybe just for the injury. But all the players are coming over some water. Again, it is hot here now.
You know, Randy, I'm looking across the field right now from where we're at, where all the fans are, and this place is packed. When they said pack the stands, they meant it.
Yeah, the stands are packed, that's for sure. In fact, we need more stands, I would say. There's a lot of folks in lawn chairs. The cars are parked. The entire parking lot is full, and is the field. It's pretty amazing to have this great of a soccer experience here in Mankato with this many people coming out to watch.
So as we recap here, we are sitting at the 12.5-minute mark. The score is still 0-0, tie Mankato East and West. We are at the home field of Mankato West, which is Caswell North, a great complex up here. Just to tell you a little bit about the teams, Mankato West girls are 8-1-1. Mankato East girls are 4-1-1. And they are in the same section as well as the same conference. Mankato West is leading the conference at 7-0, and Mankato East conference record is 3-2-1, sitting in 4th place. So there's some 2, really solid teams here playing today, and so far the competition's been great, Ran.
It has been. Katie's still down on the ground. Now they're bringing her up. As long as we've got a break here, let's talk about our sponsors, our platinum sponsors. There's 4 of them, and I really want to take my hat off to those sponsors, because they have to step up and really fund this event. And you would not believe the number of parents that volunteer, the number of people involved. There are people here this morning at 9 a.m. setting this up, both athletic directors. So Capstone Press is a sponsor, platinum sponsor. So is INS Group. Of course, Mankato United Soccer is a platinum sponsor, so great for them. And United Team Elite, which provides some of the shirts and clothing, they're a platinum sponsor as well.
Yeah, and the gold sponsors, Randy, quick while they're getting the players off the field: BLK Electric, Buffalo Wild Wings, Carlson Tillish Eye Clinic, Fun.com, Ginger P Designs, Nicole Mueller, and we'll do the rest of them as we have some downtime. Thank you, sponsors.
Well, it's fall. I can see some ladybugs crawling across our papers here. I haven't seen one yet this year. That's the first one.
Mankato West takes the throw, and they push it down, and unfortunately the ball is just not trapped to the feet, and it bounces off, and Natalie Shizzle has it. The ball goes out of bounds right by our side, and Natalie takes the throw. She is looking for number 12, Taylor Soma, who passes back to Shizzle. She's going to look down the line to Megan Garretts, who's taking on Allie Rutz, and we'll see how the ball works here. They're at the top of the 18-yard box. They put it in, and number 5, Brooke Swenson, clears the ball outside the box. That was a nice opportunity for East. They needed to put a little more on that, but it was nice to see them move the ball around and make 5 consecutive passes, which is always a style that we want to have when we want to maintain possession.
Yeah, apparently my mic's not working at all again.
That is great communication by Emily Eckert. She she talked to her defender. The defender kind of let the ball go through, and the goalie was able to get that one. That kind of play only happens when you're opening your mouth and communicating with the folks on the field.
Yeah, you know, one thing I noticed there, Malia Newman was defending against Natalie Shizzle, and we talk about jockeying when you're a defender. She did a great job of just keeping Natalie in front of her and not reaching for the ball and getting burned, and Natalie eventually just had to pass it away. So great job by the defender, Malia Newman, and Natalie Shizzle did a good job to get the ball into the middle for a scoring chance, but really good defense by West. East defending now, and West trying to get the ball into the middle. Here's a shot across the side like we were talking about. They crossed the front of the net.
Yeah, Ashley Gustafson tried to get it.
Looks like Lexi Peterson takes the shot but deflects out. So once again, West is on one side of the net. They cross it to the other side of the net, and there's somebody waiting for it. And but that is so hard to defend, and they do such a good job with that.
Yeah, we keep. Here's Rachel Lucky with the corner. It goes right into the inside of the 6. Oh.
Wow, that was a shot.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. I believe that was Ashley Gustafson.
A one-timer
yeah,
out of the air.
off the air, and she's a senior forward. So far this year, she has 6 goals and 2 assists, and she put her head down like, I want that one back. And she probably does, but there's a lot of time left in the game, Ashley.
Yeah, and from where we're sitting, just for you listeners there, we're having a little trouble seeing we're a little far from the East defenders, so it's hard for us to see who the East defenders are down on that end. We're closer to the West end, so if we're not calling out their names, it's because we just can't see that far from this position. But West has the ball. They're moving it around the top. They're looking for an opening. The ball stays in. Looks like
Hope Walls.
Hope Walls, who's had a great season this year. Puts the ball in. Kate, who is? Is Kate Nelson back in the game? Looks like Kate.
Yeah, she's number 8 back there.
Okay.
Again, strong defender. The ball goes out. Brooke Swenson is going to take it. She makes her right. Now it's along the sideline, and unfortunately she kicks it out of bounds, so it will be an East throw.
So I haven't seen. They're working on Katie Roberts here. It looks like they're taping her up. I don't know if she's coming in back in or not here.
Taylor Soma has the ball, a pass from Danica Stenson. She tried to put it in to Megan Garretts. Unfortunately, the East defenders get it, and now the ball goes to the center field. Rachel Lucky has kicked it down to the right side corner. Running onto it on the inside is Ashley Gustafson, and she's still trying to bring it in. Again, head down. She really wants a goal.
Yeah, she was working hard there. But we see here that I think, as I watch this, it looks like East is running 4 defenders as opposed to the usual 3. So I think East is trying to be a little bit wider with their defense against West with 4 defenders. I think normally I've heard they run 3 defenders, so it's a little different formation, obviously, to try to stop the West attack. Here comes the ball down to the West side. The West defender, looks like Aaron Peters, kicks it out of bounds. It'll be an East throw. The ball is now in. There's a throw and a kick down into there's nobody there but West defenders and the goalie. So that'll be a kick out, I would imagine.
So Claire Hemstock is a junior goalie. They have 2 goalies for Mankato West. Maddie Mueller as well as Claire. I know that they have shared some level of responsibility this year, so it's nice to see that they have 2 very capable goalies working the field.
Now there's some action here on the near side as West tries to bring it up the sideline. It's blocked by an East player, Megan Garretts. East has the ball. Now West has the ball. And it's kicked to the sideline, but nobody seems to want to go get it.
All right. Kristen Rasmussen has the ball. She's putting it in for number 16, Lexi Peterson. She was trying to push it through again to Ashley Gustafson, and unfortunately the Mankato East player is holding her pretty tight. Shizzle with the ball. She's looking to see some movement from forward. She has 2 up, and right now we're really looking at kind of 3 on 5. So it's nice to see that the Mankato West defense is getting back, and we are now seeing an attack from Mankato West.
I saw when Natalie Shizzle had the ball there, Allie Rutz came right out and obviously is aware of her presence. Actually got beat at first, but made a good comeback and got the ball away from East. Some battles going on here with individual players.
As Ashley Gustafson battling with the ball on the far side with Danica Stenzel.
East player went down there. No call there. I couldn't see if there was a penalty or a foul. I don't think so. West still with the ball coming up, and it looks like it's Erin Peters who's now got it to Ludke.
That's Luck. That's Rachel.
Ludke puts it right to the middle.
To Hope.
Hope. I thought she was going to take a shot there, but the East defender clears it. And just Natalie Shizzle and 3 West defenders, and I don't know what she's going to do here. She might try to take them all on.
Yeah, she probably would have been better off just going across the field that way, but East still has the ball, and I do believe that will be a call. Unfortunately, a foul on Brooke Swenson.
Brooke Swenson just ran right into the East player with the ball. No intention there. They're both going for the ball, but the West player is whistled for the call. That'll be a free kick. And it looks like Natalie Shizzle was going to take it. Now Danica Stenzel, well, I'm not sure who's going to take it. They're both standing out there looking at each other, and it's going to be Danica. This is a dangerous play for West. This ball is about 20 yards outside the box. This ball could be in the mix, into the washing machine.
With the wind, Randy, that thing, she puts it up there as a floater, and it might just go over.
Holy cow,
that was
she just
close.
missed that. Just went over by a foot. She went for the shot, and that was close.
Hey, thanks, Rich. We do appreciate you giving us a little feedback on Randy's mic. That's Rich Lunn, also a part of the Mankato United organization, done a lot of coaching of many of the kids during the winter training and that sort of thing. So thank you, Rich, for tuning in today.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. And I just want to say I had all my good comments when my mic was off. I'm out of good comments now, so it's unfortunate for the listeners. I had some great commentary when my mic was off there.
So, Randy, off to our right here, I do see that Rustin Lucky, the goalie coach, is warming up Maddie Mueller, and I'm not sure if maybe she's going in the second half, maybe she's not sure, but let's stay tuned on that one.
Yeah, I see they're warming up. It's like a bullpen over here. They're throwing the ball back and forth. They're looking possibly for the relief pitcher, or goalie in this case, but they probably warm up every game like that. So West throwing, and it's a long throwing. Who threw that in?
I think that was Ashley Gustafson, or maybe it was Ashley Gustafson that threw it in.
Boy, she's got a big throw.
Yeah, it goes to the goalie.
So it looks like Emily Ackert's kicked it out to the East players. We've got Chloe Miller bringing it up. She kicks it up to Kenzie Keller running down the sideline.
She's being defended by Mo McMahon, and
Kenzie brought it right to the corner. Nothing she could do. The West players, 2 players on her, it went out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick. We got 2:37 left in the first half, and we have a 0-0 tie, just like the boys' game. The boys' game went down as a 0-0 tie. If you didn't hear that, went to overtime, still 0-0. Really hard-fought battle by 2 good teams, and it's deserving to be a tie at that point.
Yeah, Hope Wall sends a ball out to Hallie Kapishki, and the East gets the ball back. Danica Stenzel fighting for it. The pass goes back inside, back to the Mankato East forward, and unfortunately for them, it was cleared by the Mankato East defense.
A lot of contact. There's some big contact there in the middle of the field. No call. I hope that's not a sign of things to come, because it could get chippy here as the tie continues. Yeah, the ball is into West. They're down in the corner. Kristen Rasmussen looking to do something with it. It's deflected.
and looks like East has cleared it. East has only got 2 defenders back here, and there's 2 Cougars up here. You'd hate to give up a counter on that, and it looks like it's a West throw out of bounds.
Yeah, Lexi Peterson and Kristen Rasmussen on that attack. We're really trying to work back and forth, and if they get those balls a little bit crisper and a little more efficient, they're going to probably be successful. 2 very strong players.
Having watched West play before this, they normally are a little more ball possession and moving the ball around than I'm seeing today. So East is doing a good job of breaking up their plays and hustling to the ball and not allowing them to get into those 3-4 pass plays. So you got to give East credit right now. It's how long they can hold up doing that, I don't know.
Lucky with the ball. She's going down into the corner, and Rachel's going to try to get her foot on it. She's being well defended by Chloe Miller. Ball goes into the box and well defended by Olivia Starkey, and Emily Eckert, the goalie, will clear it out.
I think Hope Walls had a good header there. She went up to head it. It just didn't have any juice on it. It just kind of floated to the goalie. But a good play by West there. Hope continuing to hold the ball here. Now it's up to East. And we're at 5 seconds till half, if you can hear that in the background. And we are at halftime. 0-0 here at Caswell Field North in Mankato, Minnesota. Michelle Knutson and Randy Knutson here. And we're hoping to have a guest show up and talk to us at halftime. Hopefully one of the boys players in that long overtime game.
Yeah. So Randy, a nice recap. There's been a few shots on net for Mankato East. Mankato West certainly has had a lot more. I haven't been tracking them, so I apologize for those who are listening, but they definitely have had a lot more opportunities. I do see Rustin Lucky, the goalie coach, warming up the West goalie, Maddie Mueller. So we'll see if she will be going into the second half. We also are going to be having a little halftime show here with people scoring on some celebrity goalies. And I don't know if they have their dinosaur costume or their soccer costume anymore, but we'll see. Once the announcer gets done, we're going to do a little interview here with Sam Ambrose, who is the captain for Mankato West, the boys team, and he's going to give us a little commentary on the game. We're also expecting another player from Mankato East, but I think maybe he has forgot. I am not sure. I'm waiting for Colin. That's what we're waiting for.
The archive and re-aired and will be available for viewing on demand.
All right. Hello, KTV fans. We are back on live after those sponsorship announcements. Always great to have sponsors with us to make these events happen. And I am here with one of the Mankato East captains, Colin Knutson, and one of the Mankato West captains, Sam Ambrose. Now, these two guys have played soccer together for how long?
I think since
I would say like 8 years.
8 years, 8+ years.
Plus or minus a
yeah.
little bit, you know. I don't know.
Didn't you guys play when you're like 4 and 5?
Yeah, we might not
Not together though.
Team.
Yeah, I think it's been like 8 years together.
Yeah, probably some like.
Yeah.
11, right?
Sam, I'm going to start with you. What were your general impressions of the game? I know it was a tie, and I know you would have liked to have won, and I know Colin would have liked to have won, but it finished in a tie. Anything that you want to, what did you think?
I think we came in as the underdogs to this game. I think a lot of people were anticipating a big win out of East, but I think that kind of fueled us to playing to a new level and possessing stronger and just really taking away the through ball, and I think we played a really good game.
Yeah, nice. Colin, Sam just kind of identified that coming into the game, Mankato East was probably the favorite. It was a tie game. Any thoughts that you have on what happened and what transpired on the field?
West played some great D. Their goalie had a lot of good saves, and they definitely were living in our through ball. So, sometimes we had to take it up and dribble, and don't think we could finish. And they were doing good on offense as well. They had a few chances, and maybe we can see each other in sections.
There you go. The two announcers that were calling your game, Mitzi Roberts and Cheryl Johnson, they had kind of a little, they were trying to figure out like who this mystery bet was, because they saw on the television earlier this week that Sam Ambrose, Sam, you had said that you had a bet with one of the Mankato East midfielders. You did not mention them by name.
I did not. I did not.
They found out that it was indeed Colin. What was the bet for?
So the bet was originally last year. It started last year with just 3 donuts, I think.
Yeah.
And then this summer we raised the wager to I never gave him the donuts. So we're like, you know what? Let's just double down.
Or nothing.
Double down.
Double or nothing.
And so we raised it to half a dozen Dunkin' Donuts, and
what happens if they're not Dunkin' Donuts? I mean,
well, then the bet is not fulfilled.
Right.
Clearly.
So now that it's tied. There's no. I mean, do you still owe Colin 3, or did the double or nothing clear that bet?
Double or nothing cleared it.
Well, I'm sure.
Unless we play each other in sections, then the bet's back on.
Okay, if the bet's back on,
then
in
it's
that
a dozen
case,
donuts.
Right. Now, I have a memory of both of you playing, and that happened to be not this last summer, but the summer before. Your summer team went to over to Europe, and you played in Dublin. And if I recall correctly, which I probably did, both of you were in an ambulance together, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, mine wasn't nearly as severe as Colin's, but Colin bit through his tongue. I just got a foot taken to my Achilles tendon.
They were giving you some laughing gas.
Yeah, I was on some laughing gas, but Colin.
They didn't give me any, I guess.
Yeah, Colin needed a lot more than I did, but he couldn't eat for. He couldn't eat like solid foods for like probably 2 days.
They had to give me soup.
Yeah,
Irish soup. Yeah, the lady was nice
about it.
He
just slept.
Well, there's nothing to do. It sucked.
So what exactly happened to your tongue, Colin?
I was playing, I always play with my tongue out, and some dude elbowed me in the jaw, and I went down, bit up on my tongue, and then there's the hole through it,
Yeah, being your mother also, I have multiple pictures of you playing with your tongue out, and sometimes I feel like you should listen to your mother and not do that, but sometimes you do. I bet you out of many of the soccer experiences that you both will remember, there's probably not too many things to forget about being in an ambulance together on your way to the hospital in a foreign country.
Yeah, that was fun. I also remember me, him, and Devin in the hotel room making beats and rapping. That was a good time.
So, Sam, is there any kind of impromptu rap that you could do for us right now?
No. For the sake of everyone watching, I really hope not.
Because you wouldn't want to do that. All right. Sam, we'll ask you first. What's your kind of projection for the rest of your season? What do you have? Probably 4 or 5 games left until sections, something like that. If you make up some of those makeup games.
I think section starts October 12th. I don't. Early October. So, I really just think that we're definitely a defensive team. We really have trouble finishing, and that's kind of what gets us. But I really hope to play Eastern sections again because it's by far the most fun.
Yeah, I'd like to play them too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Colin, do you have kind of a prediction for your next? I think there's about 2 more weeks left. Anything that you can foresee going on, or anything that you'd like to talk about as far as what you think your team can do?
We want to either win out from here, or just not lose out from here, and we'll see where we go in the section with the QRF.
Great. Well, I do appreciate both of you coming in. I know, you both wish that it was a W behind your team's name.
A T isn't bad.
Yeah, a tie. I mean, a tie is at least easier to say hello to your buddy across the field on.
Exactly.
I mean, no hard feelings there. I do appreciate all the leadership that you guys have. You've been excellent players in all the time that I've watched you, and so it's been a lot of fun. So thanks for that, and thanks for being good sports on and off the field and being good examples. So
thank you, Michelle.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right. Thank you, boys, and I appreciate you stopping by our booth today, and we will get on with the second half. That was Sam Ambrose, Mankato West captain, and Colin Knutson, Mankato East captain. Thanks, guys, for stopping by.
Well, those were some good interviews with 2 captains who are also friends. And One interesting thing here, Sam Ambrose was back there on defense being the captain, and I can tell you from where I was sitting, I could hear him talking to the East players and in a friendly way, putting his arm around them at times. They are friends of his he plays with this summer, so very impressive young man, that Sam Ambrose, and very friendly. And one thing I would say about all the game was that it was just pretty amazing to watch the players be friends on the field, even though they were competing. And it's a big deal to win the East-West game, and the boys tied, but they were still friends on the field, and they are friends off the field, and they're hanging out together, so that's just a wonderful thing. So now we have 40 minutes of play left with a tie game for the Scarlets versus the Cougars. The players are out on the field. The referees are ready to play, and they'll blow the whistle any second. And we'll be in our last 40 minutes to see who can win this Pack the Stands game. East starts with the ball, passes back to the defenders, and West is chasing quickly. They're on them, but East has cleared the ball down the sideline. Here comes the East player, and I can't see who it is. I think it was Kenzie Keller, the 8th grader. And now it's an East throw-in, and they're down in the corner again. This is a dangerous chance for East against West, and West defends and has the throw-in. There's a whistle by the referee, and it'll be a West kick. I didn't see the foul or the penalty. It's on the far side of the field. Looks like Amadol kicks it out. East, Chloe Miller gets the ball. Goes out of bounds. It looks like it'll be a throw-in by Malia Newman. I believe that's Malia. She throws it in, headed by East, out of bounds. West will move up the field and throw it in again, gaining a few yards. West throws it in. It's headed out by West. And so we're going back and forth here again in the middle of the field. East throws it in. It's down the sideline. It goes out of bounds, and now it goes back to West. So we've had a ping-pong match here along the sideline over there. Both teams stacking the sideline, and neither team can get a throw-in without the ball going to the other team. Here's a West kick, though. There must have been a call there. West kick goes over their player. West has the ball in the middle of the field. It looks like Lexi Peterson drops it into the corner, and Ashley Gustafson puts it across the middle. Dangerous ball. Shot. And Lexi Peterson couldn't get enough of that one, and it went wide. She tried
nice
to one
cross
time.
by Ashley Gustafson, Randy.
Yep, out to Megan Garretts. She kicks it up the sideline. And we've got Ella Huddle with the ball. She comes to the middle. And she kicks it across the middle and intercepted by West. Looked like that was Hope. Hope had that one. And West kicks it down the sideline to these. I can't tell. Okay. Picked up by the East goalie, and she'll punt it out against the wind here. Only goes about 20 yards. Not surprisingly with the wind. East has the ball. Ella Huddle across the middle. It's Natalie Shizzle, puts it down in the corner. And the chase is on, and the goalie wins the chase for West. Makes a great play. Comes way out of the goal with a sliding grab and punts it out.
Yeah, that's good for Maddie Mueller to get out there from the goalie perspective and get into the game. You know, she came in the second half here, and sometimes it's hard when the rest of the players are up. So nice to see her come out of that goal and not hesitate at all.
West, big shot here. Holy cow, what a shot. That was a great shot. Amazing shot by Lexi Peterson. She blasted that ball just wide right. The goalie got a hand on it, or it would have been in.
Lexi Peterson is the leading goal scorer for Mankato West with 11 goals and 2 assists, Randy. That's a pretty good record.
I can tell you one thing about Lexi. She's worked hard in her game. I saw her up in the Twin Cities off-season training in soccer groups up there. But she has worked very long and hard at her soccer game, and it shows. That was a corner by West, and East is able to clear. Lexi with the ball again, though, and makes a nice Maradona move. but the ball goes out to the goalie.
Yeah, I think she was trying to chip it right over the defense head in the direction of Kristen Rasmussen to see if maybe something could happen there, and I think it just went a little bit off her foot. You could tell that she was looking to get just a little chip and get a little backspin on that ball.
A goal kick out, and West intercepts, kicks it back into the goalie. This will be a punt by the goalie or a throw. It's Emily Eckert still in goal, I believe.
Yep, and she's doing a great job, Randy. She really is pretty solid back there, and you can tell she really takes charge by the way she communicates with her defense. We don't have like other types of statistics on the goalie as far as height and stuff, but she's a pretty tall goalie.
Yeah, she is tall. And she made a pretty quick save over to the far side there on that last shot where she got her hand on it. I saw Taylor Soma there bringing the ball up for East, and I can't see. It looks like a West throw from here. Yeah, it's a West throw. That comes down to Hope Walls. I hear them call her Hopi. I've heard her called Hopi One Kenobi, believe it or not.
Hopi One Kenobi.
And Hope Walls having a great season.
Her father is running for governor of the state, and though we cannot probably give one or the other, we just will say go vote. Oh, that's an unlucky.
Big goal by West, who up 1-0.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication between the goalie and the defender, and either one of them just needed to commit maybe a little stronger. But it was nice that Mankato West did not give up on that, and result is a goal.
Yeah, West just kicked that in there, and the defender and goalie missed it, and so the West defender was left to walk in and just pass the ball into the net. So it was an easy goal once the ball went past the goalie, obviously. So now we'll see what East does down 1-0. I don't think they're going to be able to play as many defenders back as they have been if they want to try to tie this up, and they're playing 5 or 6 back still.
So Ashley did get her goal that she was looking for there. You could see her in the first half really, really pushing it up and putting a lot of pressure on the Mankato East last defender. And that's a really good skill for a forward to have, to always press up on that defense and put a lot of pressure. And if you have teammates that can give that ball to, very smart play by the West forward.
Lexi Peterson trips East player from behind there. So that will be a free kick for East, and looks like Danica is going to take that. A big kick by Danica.
Big kick against the win even.
That's
nice
a good
job.
Kick. But headed out by the West defender, Brooke Swenson, I believe.
Yeah, Soma sends the ball back in, trying to find Shizzle or somebody out there to get the ball to, and the West defending is to the ball first.
Danica makes a great play there to steal the ball from the West player. It's down into the corner. West. Brooke Swenson trying to clear it. East keeps it in. It's down into the corner. Chloe Highbison. Ashley Gustafson.
Battling Stenzel. Ball goes back. Pushed back up by number 1, Ellie Supernaut.
Here comes Hope Walls down the middle. She's looking for someone to put it through to. She puts it to the outside. Looks like it's
Rasmussen.
Rasmussen. Working it. Coming in and lost it. Good defense by East there.
Yeah, Prabilla made a nice stop there. She kind of waited for it, jockeyed a little bit, and then stepped right in. Good defending.
And East kicks it out. Chloe Miller tried to save it there and it went out.
We still have quite a breeze here at the Caswell North Field. The flag is pretty steady, and the Mankato West currently has the advantage as far as the wind. Some teams actually play better when they play against the wind because of the way that they put their through balls through, or they want the ball to be held up. So we'll see if that is advantage or disadvantage for these teams moving forward.
Yeah, it can be an advantage to go against the wind because you can control the ball better on your passes and your long passes, where when you're with the wind you tend to overkick your players. Having said that, I would always take the wind if I was a coach.
Yeah, Ashley did a nice job there making the cross. Again, I think the wind carried the ball a little bit out of bounds, and she'll just have to make that adjustment.
she looked gassed there. She got down into the corner. By the time she got there, she was so tired. All she could do was just try to blast it, and she just didn't get enough turn on it because of running so far down the field. We've got 31 minutes and 26 seconds left here. West has just jumped out to a 1-0 lead, and East is kicking it out of their own end.
A real nice hitter there by Julia Fisher, who's playing in the midfield right now. Another 8th grader for East.
Taylor Soma kicks it back in, but the West defender intercepts. That is Ali Rutz coming up. Kicks it to the outside. Defended by Hannah Royce. Is that right? Again, having trouble seeing the far side of the field. I'm hopefully not announcing anybody that is actually not in the game. I think that was Hannah there. It's going to be a West kick. There was a call by the referee. East free kick. Down into the corner. It's at the midfield. Lutke brings it out. Puts it down the sideline. Intercepted by East. Out of bounds. West ball.
So the next Mankato East game is against Albert Lee on Tuesday, and that will be in Albert Lee. Mankato West will be playing Rochester John Marshall here at Caswell North.
Well, it's a tall task now for East to come against the wind here and tie it up. Especially they're playing, I think, a little defensive, and they were set up to play a little defensively, so it's going to be tough for them to get down in there with a full group of players, enough bodies in the box to get a goal. So it's going to be difficult for them, I think, at this point.
So we have Katie Roberts kind of battling the East defenders, trying to bring it inside, and East gets the ball and it starts moving up the sideline. They're getting into their middle third, and see if they can have some level of possession here. Gustafson gets the ball, and she is looking for Peterson. She pushes it through, but just to her right. I wasn't sure if Lexi was looking to see if they would, pass to her feet, or was looking through the through ball, but I think Lexi wanted it to her feet.
I see the West defenders now not coming up trapping to the midfield. In other words, they're staying back and not trying to get the East players offside. Now that they have the lead, I see 2 West defenders staying back, maybe 20 yards back from the last offensive player for East. So they have it in their minds to make sure they don't get burned here on a breakaway. But
Shizzle's going to take this free kick from just about midfield, a pretty big shot right to the keeper. There are no other Mankato East players in on that, and maybe they didn't think that she could kick it that far, but that was a pretty darn good kick.
That was an amazing kick, and the reason is it's against the wind, and she was a long ways out. She was 45 yards out, and she got it to the goalie. I don't think anyone was expecting that. So very strong kick by Natalie Shizzle. Obviously a danger if she gets near the goal because she's got a big foot.
So Eckert clears it to the midfield, and East is starting to attack. They've sent it back, unfortunately, a little bit over their forward's head, Ella Huddle, and the West defender gets it. Lucky having it in the middle of the field, now going to Davia Guyon to try to put it inside, and West keeps pushing it outside. Yeah.
Julia Fisher with a big hit there. Bringing it in and takes it across it. It's a cross. It could be a goal.
Beautiful cross by Fisher. In fact, the way that she used her body during that play to ward off the West defender was just fantastic. That's too bad that they weren't there. It was a great opportunity.
It was a big hit, but as we talk about, you're allowed to use your shoulder to shoulder in soccer and go and hit somebody as long as your arm doesn't come out. And she put a lick in there and then got a good cross.
Yeah, it is interesting the way that players are going to use their body. Randy, both you and I do a little coaching. We're all about shield first, ball second, really using your body to advantage, and some players are just that much better at it.
Big chance here for West. The ball went over. Oh, she's going to regret that. That's too bad.
I think, Randy, she looked up to see who she could pass it to before she actually settled that ball down. And unfortunately, it got away from her because she did have an opportunity. They were only about 1 or 2 East defenders back, and you know, she shook her head, put a little smile on her face, and I think she'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, I think Ashley was just hearing my announcing of her getting in there, and looked back. No, she came out of the game now. She's obviously gassed. She had a runaway there and just didn't have the energy to pull it off. So now we're down in the corner here, and we have
Kennedy Jones made a big cross,
goes
to Lucky.
Lucky passes,
yes.
Beautiful pass. That was a nice play by West. And fortunately for East, they're still in that. That could have been a goal quite easily.
Yeah,
Big
I think Katie Roberts needed to wind up just a little bit more on that. It just wasn't strong enough to get past Emily Eckert there. But, you know, a good opportunity and a good try for West.
So Sydney Probilla kicked it in there. Then Hannah Royce had it. It's going down into the corner. East battling there with Allie Rutz. And I don't know who won that. They're still fighting down there in the corner. East got a chance here. It's a good shot. It's just not a very good angle, I guess.
No, but it was a nice one-touch. The ball came out of Shizzle's foot, went right over to Taylor Soma. She took a look. She saw that the net was there, and she took a shot with the spin effect from the pass. It just rolled a little bit wide. But again, you can't score if you don't shoot.
25 minutes left here in 16 seconds. West with the lead 1-0. But it's been a back-and-forth game. I would say West has had possession 60% to 40 maybe. But East has had their chances. They've been in the box with the ball. They've had opportunities. I would say West has had more opportunities, but West has not had a lot of great opportunities. Maybe 2 or 3 really good ones.
Yeah.
So the East defense has really come up big so far, even though they gave up the 1 goal.
Yeah, the statistic is you got to have approximately 10 shots for a goal from statistical analysis, and I would guess that Mankato West has had their 10 on goal, and East maybe only a few. So you can't score if you don't shoot, so keep it coming, ladies.
Kennedy Jones working hard down here for West. She's got the Burka on. I think Nike makes those now, so that's pretty cool. It's got to be hot, though. I got to say that. It's black and it's hot here. Looks like Elise Rickus is going to throw it in. And we've got down in the zone here Emma Dole. Kennedy Jones with the ball, kicks it back. And, well, Kennedy Jones still with the ball. I think that's going to go out. And that will be a goal kick for
It'll
East.
be a goal kick. And, you know, Randy, it's interesting that the game of soccer only came to the United States in 1850 through New Orleans. And I'm just going to throw out a few trivia facts when we have downtime.
Go right for it. The ball's out, a West ball. And Rickus throws it in. East gets the ball. Got a huddle with the ball. Still fighting. West kicks it back. Chloe Hybison kicks it down into the corner, but out of bounds with that wind. Hard to control it, and it will be East throw-in.
Ellie Supernat's going to take the throw, and she's looking for some of her players to move. Julia Fisher wide open in the middle. She decides to go down the sideline, and now West moving the ball back to try to gain possession.
Right, Ellie Supernat got black headwear too, boy. It's hot out here. We saw the cramping in the boys' game, and I think we're going to see that at the end of the girls' game here too. It's hot, and the players are really motivated to play hard here today. And they're down on both ends of the field. We've got a call here. And that's going against the East player. That'll be a West free kick down in the corner. Likely to be taken by Erin Peters.
Current temperature, Randy, is 68 degrees.
I would have guessed 80, but, you know, the sun is hot. Let's put it that way.
It is. The sun is hot. And most of us haven't seen the sun in a while, so it's probably even hotter than we thought it was. Perception is reality.
Correct. Big throw by West.
Big throw. And she either needs to decide to get rid of it or the goalie needs to come out. Again, it's those kinds of pieces of communication that can be detrimental to whether there's a goal or not. So
Olivia
East better keep talking back there or they're going to have some miscommunications resulting in something that's not in their favor.
I agree. Olivia Starkey there was shielding the ball, waiting for the goalie to come get it. The goalie was not coming out, so a little miscommunication there. could have been an easy goal for West, and they get a corner instead, and the goalie is able to retrieve the corner.
All right, Emily Eckert kicks the ball to the middle of the field. Elise tries to get the ball. Now she's guiding. She's giving some pointing to where she would like her forwards to go. Supernaut gets the ball. She brings it up the line, going back to the defender number 10, Chloe Haybison, trying to work it through the middle.
Kylie Peterson. We've got Rickus with the ball. Oh, nice ball to the middle. That was a good idea. Now she takes a shot. That might be in.
Oh,
bar down.
That was almost a bar down.
Bar down. Went bar down and just outside the goal. That was a beautiful shot. Hit
Cleared
the top
out
of the
by
goal.
Sydney Probilla after that, and boy, those were, you think you might have a little laser on the goal line to see did it go in or not. But in soccer, folks, the ball has to go all the way over the line. If it touches the line, it is not a goal. It has to go all the way over the line.
When you take that shot and it goes bar down and doesn't go in, you just got to wonder, because you're probably a half inch away from that going into the net, or just the top of the net. So she was a half inch off there from a goal. What a shot.
My suspicion over time will be that there will be little, lasers or some sort of recording across that line to see if it goes. And I'd like to see a lot of these referees use the headset system. We've had about half of our games where the referees are using the headset system, where they can communicate to their assistant referees, the ARs, and the center. So there's a lot more communication, and I think that would lead to better refereeing. Unfortunately, it's costly. Each field has to have technology, so certainly something for the future. Kylie Peters is going to take the kick. She is a left footer, a beautiful kick, high in the air. It's a header and into the goal. Yes, that is scored by number 11, Emma Dole. Yeah, this is her first goal of the season. She has 3 assists, but she has not scored this season, at least to the statistics that I have. So a fun celebration for her today on her first goal of the season. A beautiful kick. Beautiful kick by Peters.
And that was a great goal kick. And the reason it was such a great goal kick is she got it in the air fluffy, as you say. And when it's fluffy, that allows your players to get under it and find it. If it comes in too hot, too fast, your players can't get to it. And man, did she float that in there nicely. That was a pillow coming down. Easy for the West player to find it and put it into the net. Beautiful goal by West.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful a kick, but also the wind helps a little bit with that too. I mean, it holds it up a little bit longer. It allows people to get underneath it. And East didn't just let her, head that. I mean, there was somebody there. It was tight defense. So it was very good as an aggressive attacker. I like that. Good goal.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong. There's nothing that East did wrong there at all. I just went right to the right person who kicked it in. So now with 19 minutes left in the game, West has now jumped out to a 2-0 lead on that header. A through ball that the goalie missed, and West walked in to score. And then a corner kick with a header, and West has the 2-0 lead. Again, East playing very defensively is going to have to reconsider what they're doing now and maybe take some chances. And if that happens, we could see some easy West goals as well. Sometimes when the games are 2-0 and you put your players up front to score, you end up losing 4-0. You kind of sell out your defense.
Sure.
So we'll see if they do that.
Sure, but at the same time, too, at some point, it's like, well, let's give it a go. Danica Stenzel with a nice kick, unfortunately, right to the goalie. But I like that. I like to see that attack. They're not giving up, and they're certainly trying to stay as strong as they can on the ball.
East took a chance there. Megan Garrett's booted went in, hoping someone would be there. Nobody was home. But not a bad idea when you're down 2-0 to just get the ball into the box and hope that somebody can put a foot on it. Here comes West now. These defenders are able to defend. Megan Garrett's has been all over the field today, as a center mid might do.
Danica's coming up.
Danica Stenzel is definitely playing up further than she has been. Did they move her from No,
I think she just went on the run, Randy. Unfortunately, Natalie Shizzle was in an offside position. If Danica would have noticed that up front, she probably could have kept going down the middle and just let it rip. it's always tough because Danica is a very good distributor. That's her role on the team. She gets a lot of assists and she sets up a lot of assists and potential goals. And probably in that instance, it would have been great if she would have just, faked the pass and gone in and let it rip.
Yeah, it's hard for distributors. It's always hard for distributors to shoot. Even when they're wide open, that they don't think shoot first, they think just distribute first. I remember we had a player from Germany who was one of the best soccer players I've ever seen, and he was a center mid, and he refused to shoot the ball no matter how often the coaches told him to shoot it, even though he was a great scorer also. He just couldn't think that way, and he said, I can't think that way.
Yeah, Ella had made a really nice move there trying to get the ball up to Shizzle for a potential breakaway, but number 5 from West, Brooke Swenson, did a fabulous job defending.
Okay, East players are starting to really hustle here and really turn it on. They know they're in dire straits here, so they're really pressing and running to the ball. So it's going to be interesting here in the next few minutes.
Yeah, Randy, that's a great observation because they know that this is kind of a key time to score a goal. It could get their energy levels back up. It could change the flow of the game. And it's kind of like if they score a goal, there'll be a lot more energy flowing. Unfortunately, if West scores another goal, their heads are going to be down a little. So it is a good time to try to get something going.
That's the beauty of soccer, right? You're up 2-0, you think you got it. The other team scores, and then it's not so certain anymore. And normally the team that scores the 2-1 goal seems to have double the energy of the team that has the 2 goals. So it is an interesting game that way. If East could get a goal here, they would be energized. I think West would be a little frightened by that. So that would be a big event for East.
Yeah, Chloe Miller was looking for her right outside forward or midfield. Unfortunately, it went out of bounds. Certainly a nice opportunity if that would happen. We do have a player down for East right now, number 13, Sydney Prabilla, if I have that correctly.
I can't tell if she hurt her knee or she's just cramping.
Yeah, they're giving her a little stretch. I can see one of the players trying to bring her ankle back for a stretch. Here's kind of a good time again to thank the Pack the Stands chair, Lynette Peterson. She did a great job really organizing all the different games going on. And certainly she had a lot of help from a lot of committee members. But we do appreciate all the committee members and individuals from the community that step up and participate in some of the planning, all the volunteers. You can't make an event like this happen without an awesome group of people to volunteer from East and West, as well as, Mankato United kind of coming together to do this. So thanks to Lynette and all the fabulous volunteers, as well as both athletic directors doing a nice job, Todd Weatherbury and Brian Fell, for getting their teams out here and being very well organized, a good organized event.
Yeah, I think this is more serious than a cramp because they've called the trainer to the field now, and there's 4 or 5 players standing around looking. Maybe she sprained her ankle. I'm not sure, but she's not getting up real fast here.
Sure.
Did we ever finish going through the sponsors?
Yeah, well, they did announce all the sponsors at halftime of all the games, but we could certainly go through our gold sponsors that we left off on. We needed to recognize Ignition Fitness, Knutson and Casey Law Office, National Recognition Products, and True Real Estate. So thank you to those other gold sponsors. Again, we can't really make this event happen without some of your sponsorship, so we appreciate that. Randy, do you want to tackle the silver sponsors here?
Sure. Silver sponsors are Bob and Sue Olson, Consolidated Communications, Gish Electric, Live Aveda, Pepsi, and Pub 500. So quite a few sponsors here for this event, and deservedly so. It is the biggest soccer event I know of in southern Minnesota.
Well, Randy, it really was nice to see Sydney Prabilla here getting up. She's remains on the field. It's good to see it. It's always nice when there isn't a serious injury and these girls can keep on playing. The thing about the fall soccer season in high school is it is very short and there are a lot of games. And these kids are playing 3 games, typically 3 games every week. And so it's pretty hard on their bodies. They got to come into the season in really good shape. So it's nice to see that we do not have an injured player there that needs to get off the field.
And it's a lot more physical than people realize. If you have a son or daughter playing, then you've seen the black and blue legs and arms. Much more physical than you imagine. And the fall season is just so difficult because you do get kicked a lot. And sometimes if you're kicked hard, you're just going to be down for 5 minutes. And it's not that you're faking or that you're not injured. It's just that you've just got kicked very hard in the shin and you just can't move. And then you see them get up again. It's not as though they're not hurt. It's just getting kicked in the shin and legs is a painful experience, and sometimes causes you to not even be able to get up.
Randy, that was some great shielding by Ashley Gustafson. She shielded for the ball first and then went after the ball, and those are some skills that some players have while others don't. And if you guys are watching this video replay right now, learn from that, because that definitely can be why you possess the ball and the other team does not.
Yeah, one of the things you'll see the European players do, and many of these players, maybe all of them have been to Europe to play, is the European players, when you pass the ball to them, they don't go to the ball. They shield the defender first, then they go to the ball. And by shield, I mean box out like basketball. You want to box them out and then go to the ball. If you just go to the ball, the defender's there with you. So I think the European players are a little ahead of us on that, and we've observed that when we go play over there.
Yep. Here's a great opportunity for East to score. Danica Stenzel is going to take the ball about 20 yards outside the 18-yard box. The West players are holding the 18 pretty well, and they're coming across the field. Oh, and it is a goal. Oh, it is not a goal. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, I thought that was a goal.
That was so close. They may have called it a goal. They did call it a goal.
Oh, the side ref has called it a goal. We have a game
goal.
here.
A very nice job done by the side referee, because I do believe that went in. The goalie kind of looked down. It was a beautiful, beautiful cross by Danica Stenzel, and to have the outside forward be waiting there for the ball, that's fantastic. I think that was Davia Guyon, I believe scored that. We'll wait for the announcer, but I believe number 6, Davia Guyon, got her first goal of the season.
Boy, that kick from Danica was a knuckleball that floated right to the goal line. And the East player was standing there with her foot on it and looked like she put it in. It came back out. They had another shot at it, and I don't know which one put it in, but I thought that first one was in. But Danica that was an amazing kick against the wind, and really hard for the goalie to read. Not much the goalie could do. She couldn't come out on it. The way it was dropping, and she couldn't stay back, so it was really a difficult position. Here comes West with an easy chance to score.
That's
a goal.
That is a beautiful pass by Rachel Ludke right into Lexi Peterson, and unfortunately a little too close to the goalie, and not an easy save, and Emma Eckert makes a great save.
Boy, I bet Lexi'd like to have that one back. She kicked it where she thought it would be in, and the goalie got to it, and she could have had that goal there if she had just made another choice as where to kick it. So it was unfortunate, unlucky for her.
She's off. Yeah, she's offside.
And now West is offside.
It was a beautiful pass, unfortunately. She was a couple feet off.
Yeah, I think she chose to kick it one direction, and the goalie went that direction, and so it's a 50-50 guessing game, and she guessed wrong.
Nice. It was Davia, Randy, who scored that goal. That was nice. She waited on the outside. She didn't, panic. The ball came across the goal mouth, and she put it in.
That's pretty amazing to come back from that injury.
And
she's
a freshman. She's a freshman.
She's a freshman. There's a very young East team, and I think in the next, I would say 2 years from now, there could really be a powerful squad.
Ashley's really looking for somebody up front to pass the ball to. Lexi Peterson gets in front, and unfortunately covered very tight by number 4, Chloe Miller. They have a few words with each other, but it results in a goal kick.
Well, I'm impressed with West. 2-1. They didn't sit back here and try to hold on to the lead. They all got right up there in the box, and they had a lot of players in the box passing it around there. A great opportunity for them, and they went on the offensive there and are trying to win this game, make sure that East cannot come back. So my hat's off to West there. They really got in there and were aggressive when some teams would sit back and try to hold on to that 2-1 lead.
Sure, and to complement that, East did a great job of tight defense. Chloe Miller going after that. And, we have her listed as a forward, and so she is playing defense today. That's from a team roster. Maybe she has changed positions, but I wonder if Lizzie Vetter, the coach, has just made a few tactical adjustments, knowing how powerful the West offense is, which would be a great tactical strategy.
East a little bit on their heels here as the ball keeps coming into their zone and the wind is kicked up. And the West is doing a good job of getting the ball down into the box. They'll have a throw in here.
Yeah, Supernaut made a smart play there. You'd normally want to try to stop that ball and play it up to your midfielder in Davia Guyon, but she saw too many people attacking and did a nice job just kicking it out of bounds and wait for her defense to come back for support.
Looking for a big throw in here. And it's a big throw in. West has it. Hope Walls kicks it across, tries to get and there's a shot, and it's in. Rachel Lutke, ball dropped to her foot, blasted it right in. Great shot.
In this instance, the East defense, they need to use their head. They need to clear it out. They got to get rid of it quickly, and unfortunately, they're waiting to trap it down at their feet. Rachel came right in and let it rip. It went to the far side of the net. Really a beautiful shot. Emily did try to react to that, and it was just a very nice shot by Lucky.
Well, when Rachel gets the ball there at the top of the box, and there's no one in front of her, you don't want to be the goalie.
Yeah.
She had the whole goal to shoot at there. She's money from there. Not too surprising.
No,
she made it.
Yeah, she has a nice shot, and just very, very nice to see her skills put to work.
So we have 10 minutes left in the game, and West is now up 3-1. East is going to need to score here, and again, kudos to West for not sitting back and packing the box and trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead, but instead being confident enough to come in and keep trying to score. And here comes West again. Lutke with the ball.
I think
she's gone through everybody, but good defense there at the end, and it's still in play. Super not good defense there and limping now. And
that was a big cross by
McMahon.
Manera McMahon, and she puts it across to their side, waiting for a West offender to get a hold of it, but unfortunately there was nobody there.
Interesting. West is really bringing it here. They're really bringing it, trying to score, and they've got everybody in the box, well, in front of the box here.
Nice tackle by Stencil there to try to put the ball out. I'm noticing kind of the flow right now, Randy, and it just seems like East is getting a little bit tired, and maybe that has to do with the amount of defense that they've had to play today. But you can see a lot of folks just having a harder time getting back in position, and I don't know if you're seeing the same thing, but it looks like maybe they need a little energy out there.
Yeah, I think East is tired. Another great shot by West. And one thing I would say about that issue is that I think East has had to chase a little bit more today. And they've been on defense a little bit more with West passing the ball around. So I think they look a little more tired than West. Also, I think West has subbed quite extensively and brought in everyone back in the last 10 minutes here to make a final push. So I think it's, from a physical standpoint, it's advantage West right now. East is looking a little gassed. It's easier to play when you're leading, too. You're more relaxed. You're not pressing as hard. You don't have to do as much. So once you have the lead, it is not as tiring.
Absolutely. Randy, we are at about 7.5 minutes left in the game, and the score is West 3, East 1. So 7.5 minutes left in this match.
Well, Danica Stenzel in the middle has done a great job today. Once again there, she had the ball, tried to put one through. She's a senior. She's just playing very well in the middle, giving her players opportunities. And I know that wasn't her goal probably. I guess it was Prabilla's, but she made the play that caused that to happen, so it was a great assist.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was Guyon that scored the goal. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a beautiful cross right into Lexi Peterson from Ashley Gustafson. She leaned in, put her head on it, and went right into the net. Again, not much that the goalie could do there. The ball was placed perfectly, and Lexi finished. So that would be Lexi's that would be her 12th goal of the season, adding that one on today.
Yeah, so with 7 minutes left to play, 7:01, the clock has stopped. It's 4-1. I'm 4-1 West. Yeah, sorry about that, Davia. That was that scored that goal and not Prabilla.
So the scoring for Mankato West has been started off with Ashley Gustafson, then Emma Dole, then Rachel Lucky, and then Lexi Peterson. Scoring for East was Davia Guyon, and we have little less than 7 minutes left.
Lexi Peterson on a through ball, almost had a run through there, but a good defense there by Chloe Miller, who kicks it out of bounds, as she should, to let her teammates get back and help her out.
Yeah, we're down here so we can kind of follow the play, and she was a little bit offsides, and I don't know if the air was in exact position. He might be getting lulled by all the play. And, you know, it is not the easiest job to be a referee today because you're always getting, you know, criticized for this or that, and we thank all of our referees for being out here today.
Yeah, not an easy game to be a referee with the crowd that we have, the rivalry part of it. We haven't really seen any chippiness here in the girls' game. In the boys' game, a little bit, not too much. So it's been pretty good, and the referees have been good.
Yeah, I think we only had one, maybe two cards during the boys' game. And that, again, for those that maybe did not catch that, it was a 1-1 tie, went into overtime, no score in overtime. Both East and West, one tie. We are going to get a card here, and that is going to be for Natalie Shizzle. Natalie Shizzle is getting the card, even though the foul was on a West player. I'm not sure what transpired there, but Dana Costanza will take the kick. Shizzle will have to come off for at least a play. The rules in high school are that if you get a yellow card, you have to come out, and then you can be substituted back in after the play resumes.
No, she's coming back out. I think she had some jewelry on or something. Natalie said, "What did I do?" She came off, took something off, and ran back. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, well, that's good.
It was Hannah. Who came off?
Well, Natalie came off.
Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Natalie is still off. So she must have got a yellow card for something. She must have said something to the referee, right?
She's still over there with Lizzie Vetter going, "Hey, what did I do? What did I do?" So I don't know what she did either. I've never done that during my soccer play, going, "What did I do? What did I do?" And then I get a card. What did I do? And usually I did something. I'm sure I did something. But anyway, we're going to give Shizzle the benefit of the doubt. Lucky's taking the ball down. The East defense is kind of playing a flat back D at this point. They might communicate a little more, perhaps, on trying to draw them off because Peterson and 13, Kristen Rasmussen, are close to being offside. So we'll see if they're able to do an offside trap here.
Another ball in for West, another opportunity. Lutke with the ball at the top. She'll take a shot from there.
Yeah, Prabilla made a nice step up there to make sure that Peterson did not get that ball. So good job for Sydney in stepping up, and an excellent save by the goalie, Emily Eckert. Oh, that's a beautiful left foot by Dana Costanzo, put in right on the foot of Megan Garrett's. You can kind of see where both Megan and Natalie are the top scorers. They really know how to make those runs. And if you have somebody like Danica able to put the ball right on their foot, that certainly leads to a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Danica's game and her ability to stay free in the middle and then put the ball in a position that's dangerous to the defenders. Big cross by West.
Yeah, a great job there by Chloe Miller, kind of intercepting that from Rasmussen, making sure that she doesn't get the ball. That was a good step.
Overall, I think too many opportunities for West. Eventually someone in, and East didn't really do anything wrong there on defense, but there's a lot of opportunities. One miscommunication and a couple of really nice balls.
Yeah. Now, again, that play, she was at least 10 feet off sides, and I don't think the side AR saw it at all. I mean, she was 10 feet off.
She was more like 20 yards off. I don't know. He missed that one.
Yeah.
He was running up the other direction and couldn't get back in time.
Beautiful shot.
Oh, that one went right off the post, Randy. And luckily, Eckert is there to save it. She rolls it out to
I think that was Lexi Peterson with the shot
Garrett's,
there.
Yep.
Off the post and out. I think you misspoke earlier. You said the boys' game was a 1-1 tie. It was 0-0.
Oh, 0-0. Yeah, thank you. I was thinking of 1-1, like that they didn't. Nobody won, and for some reason 1-1. Yes, it was 0-0. Thank you, Randy.
No scoring. Highly contested game. We have 2:33 left here in the girls' game. Girls varsity. West leading 4-1. And
That was a foul on number 9, Manera McMahon, and Shizzle went down on the ground, and Shizzle is going to take the kick.
Yeah, Natalie worked hard to get the call there. She's going to take this kick, and maybe she'll try it. Nope, she takes a short one. She's going to put it to Danica.
She's going to give it to Danica, who's going to put it on. Yep.
And just got away from her.
Not a bad idea, though. Danica's really been letting the ball, fly loose today. And getting some good power on her shot, so not a bad idea.
Well, we're ticking down a minute
Chloe
38
Miller
now.
has the ball in the midfield, and she's putting it into the center to Huddle, who pushes it through to, is that number?
That was Hannah
2.
Royce.
Yeah, Hannah Royce, number 2, trying to get it, and nice defense by Allie Rutz.
Hannah almost had a chance there. Just missed it. Well, we're ticking down here. We have a minute and 14 left with West with a 4-1 lead, but East is still bringing the ball into their zone. And West with the big clear. So it looks like West will go on to win the girls' game here at the Pack the Stands 2018. Lexi Peterson with another chance and a big shot. Just got a little too much on that one, or maybe it was deflected. 46 seconds left here, and I think that will pretty much do it here, as East will have to go the length of the field to do anything. Here's the goal kick out, but intercepted by West. West has the ball. Still looking to score here.
That was a nice pass by Peterson. Ashley Gustafson, you try to take a one touch on there. She had a pretty big angle to try to sneak that in, but nonetheless a touch.
12 seconds left. Danica trying to make a play at the end here to make it a little closer. But West has put the more goals into the net today and will be the victor.
Well, Randy, that wraps it up. Thank you for all your work today and assisting me with the commentary and the color. We appreciate all those of you who are listening from afar, as well as maybe in Mankato or didn't get a chance to come out to the game. Thank you, KTV, for the fabulous opportunity and the great production. We do appreciate that. I know a lot of these kids are going to be watching this, either on the YouTube opportunities that you have, as well as the live streaming. So thank you, everybody, for all your hard work, and it was a great outcome overall. To recap, the boys East-West varsity game was 0-0 tie in overtime. The girls West team beat East 4-1. Scoring for West was Rachel Lucky, Emma Dole, Lexi Peterson, and Ashley Gustafson. Scoring for East was Davia Guyon. Thank you again. Signing out from Caswell North, Michiel and Randy Knutson. Randy, last words?
No last words. We had the buzzer. We had the 3 whistles by the referee, and that means it's over. And the long day of Pack the Stands is now done. A beautiful day here to be out in the soccer field.
All right. Thank you.